Making sure your kids get your education they need, it's a big concern for families all across the country. How do you make sure your kids get a quality education? Turns out there's a little movie opening up very soon that addresses the issue. And here to tell me more about it is Denise Hill, the president of Tuscaloosa City Schools PTA, and Rusty Smith with the United Way of West Alabama. How are y'all doing today?
Good. Doing great. How are you?
Doing all right. Okay, so tell me about the movie that's coming out.
Okay, well, it's actually a documentary that came out in 2010. We're doing a screening of it. It's just recently been released on DVD, and it's about the education system in our country. And United Way of West Alabama, one of our key platform issues is education, and we just wanted to bring the film as a starting point, a conversation starter really for our West Alabama community, just to further discuss education issues in the community.
What's some of the key points that they talk about in the movie for some people that haven't seen the movie yet?
Well, they talk about the state of our education system, how it's changed in the past 50 years, and what ways that we might address how the changes haven't kept up with our changing needs with the workforce. They address issues like teacher unions and charter schools, some of the conclusions that people may have issues with, and that's why this is a conversation starter, not the be-all, end-all.
Yeah, that's something that we were seeing a lot around our country, is a lot of unions and teachers losing jobs. The president may announce Wednesday that funding for education is going to be even more cut with this new government spending bill. Is this film kind of hit on that a little bit? Is it some of the funding issues?
No, it doesn't really address any of the funding issues, but they do suggest some solutions that may or may not work for Tuscaloosa City schools and county schools. Speaking
of the Tuscaloosa City and county schools, how does this kind of tie in with those school systems?
Well, this is a good start. Like I said, this is a conversation starter. This isn't meant to be presented as the solution for city, county schools or schools in West Alabama, but just a way to get us all thinking about this issue of how we want our schools to move on into the future.
Okay. And with United Way, how are y'all hoping to use this to kind of get that conversation started?
Well, a couple of different ways. We actually have a panel of experts, including Denise here, who will be on hand afterwards to discuss the film, and some of them is pros and cons. It's not for the movie or against the movie necessarily. It's just again, a conversation starter. Plus, we're going to have some social service agencies out there. Right now, we have about 15 confirmed that will let folks get involved afterwards, whether it be mentoring programs or jumpstart programs or something to that effect, or even just finding out a little bit more about the Tuscaloosa City or county school boards and when they could go to the meetings and let their voice be heard and be advocates for education in our community.
Sounds like a good event for the community in general.
Right? Absolutely.
Thank y'all so much for being here.
It's free.
It's free, yes. Big thing. Well, the Waiting for Superman screening is Monday, April 25th at the Bama Theater. It starts at 6 p.m. And like Rusty said, it is a free event. You can even win an iPad 2. For more information, call 205-345-6641. Thank you so much for being here.